Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. Muscles him off. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Chris Long in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Hey, 20. Hey, guys, check me out. Go, zero. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now Tannehill. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And New York set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Philly,
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold on third down. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. Green 39. No. Green 39. Patriot.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Robert Ayers. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Wait. Set. 28.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now.
Balaj. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
4 down. Set. Ready. Go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
4 down. Set. 30. 58, boys. 58. Mike.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
4 down. Check. All right, here we go. 3-19. Gun. 3-19.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Darnold. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Back to throw, Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On first down, it's Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run here with Balazs. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Tackle made that time by David Bass.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got him in, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play, Tannehill to Parker, 46 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Balazs. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's get it. Let's go. Get set, get set, get set. Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Strong play. 54's money. Deuce.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here you go, Tiger.
Here's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Leopard!
Darnold on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold now to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Space to maneuver at the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Lucky 56.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to launch this thing. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And he's got to absolutely be sky high right now. The first touchdown pass in the NFL, the first of what should be many, many more. But 57 of them in 2 seasons as a starter at USC, none as sweet as that one right there for Sam Darnold. Hello, NFL, I'm here.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hip, hip, hip. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, set. 28.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
You got 3 down. Set. 80.
Play action. It's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's a run with Ballage. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Let's go.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
Hey, we got 3 down. We out. Tighten up.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. Parker unable to get that one. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The pitch to Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. They'll run. This is Bilal Powell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Chris Long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, Darnold going underneath for Crowell. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Brought in by Walford, right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Robert Ayers in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught outright, Amendola. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Now Balaj. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Tiger.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, 20. Set. Red 30.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Steve McClendon in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on. Set. Route 20.
Tannehill now to throw. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. Tannehill now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Set. Red 20. Hip. Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. Tannehill now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Set. Ready.
Now Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set. Ready.
Now it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And they'll run it here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Sanders' kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Ballage. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Hurry. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll make this a second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Darnold now to throw. And that's complete to Walford. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. One last throw now for Darnold. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.